All right, guys. So the goal today is pretty simple. I want to catch a catfish. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but that's really my goal today is to catch a catfish. And other than that, we're gonna go get some bait, and I'm also gonna try and catch a few bluegill here as well, because that's the main species that those fish were feeding on in the pond we took them out of. So they should relate to bluegill really well. But I'm gonna start rigging up, and I guess I have bread to catch a bluegill, and then I'm gonna try and use a bluegill to catch a catfish. Got one. Oh. I don't know what I have. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm quite confused right now because I was expecting to catch a bluegill, and this is way bigger than a bluegill. Oh, alright, it's going across the pond. It's going across the pond. Okay. Guys, I don't know what I have on right now. What the heck was... My bread was just sitting there. This has got to be big. Oh, that is huge. I don't know what this is. It is ripping out drag though. I have 6 pound test on. 6 pound. I was gonna catch a bluegill to catch a catfish, and I think this is a big catfish. As long as it's not too big, it'll go in the pond. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh my gosh. Come on, come back here. Hey, Troy. Got a really big fish on. Oh. Big fish on right now. It's going in the pond. I'm filming. It's huge. I don't know what is on the end of my rod, but it's been peeling out drag. Legit, just took an Instagram story and uploaded it. I've had that much time with this fish, and that is a big cat. That is a big cat. Just in a little local pond. Come on. I love how I got this all on video too. Look at him right here. Oh, it's a big cat. Oh, look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at him right there. Oh, no, you don't. No. Stop swimming. Stop. There's no swimming away. That was insane. So I think that fish is probably pushing 5-6 pounds. Not too big to go in the pond for sure. The pond is huge. I don't know if y'all understand. It's 20 feet in length and 13 feet in width. It's big, and that's not including like depth and stuff. That's how long it is. So it's perfectly fine for this catfish. I'll feed him a ton. I mean, he is big. He put up one heck of a fight, probably 10-15 minute fight. That was awesome. He barely fits in the cooler. That's the only problem. I'm gonna get picked up in 5 minutes. My house is 5 minutes away from here, so he'll only be in that cooler like 10 minutes total, but he fits in there just right diagonally with his head kind of down. So I've got the bubbler in there right now. I'm trying to constantly push water through his gills so he stays really healthy before I get him in the pond. But that was insane. That was not at all what I was expecting to happen. Like that's unbelievable. So I'm gonna get home and get this fish in the pond. That was not what I expected to happen today.
Can I see the fish there?
In a minute. I want him to be a surprise. You can see him when I get him to the pond.
But two.
Alright guys. Wow. I am very surprised that this is what we caught. Like no idea like this was gonna happen. I threw a piece of bread out expecting to catch bluegill, but I pulled out catfish. Are you ready to see this thing, guys? Alright, here we go. This catfish. That is crazy. This fish randomly came out of the pond. I'm glad I'm getting him out of that pond because of how unhealthy that pond is. There's a ton of chemicals flowing out of there. You can't eat fish out of there. Oh. That is insane. I wish I was able to acclimate that fish to the water a little bit better. He's finding his way around right now. He's kind of bumping into some things, but definitely big enough for him. He's probably just gonna chill around here. I'm gonna go get some food for these fish here pretty soon. I've already fed the bass a few times. I'm going to get some stuff for this catfish. He looks great. I'm saying he's probably pushing, you know, 5+ pounds. I mean, it's a great fish. That's awesome. Awesome. Here we go. Let's see. They have everything in here, like stuff for ponds and this Petco. Where, oh, here are the little goldfish. Now these goldfish are feeding goldfish as well. They're feeding goldfish. Is that what it says on there? Yeah, all right, cool.
Step down with your fish.
All right, guys, I just walked out of there with 60 goldfish, 60 of them. I asked for 48 and they gave me 60 instead for the same price, so that's nice. I've got 60 goldfish in here. Time to take these back to the house and put them in the little live well. I also got a little net. We're basically set as far as bait goes for these guys for a while. So we've got a lot of bait. So for all of you guys out there who are gonna freak out saying I'm feeding my fish goldfish, I don't know if all of those guys are gonna get eaten very fast because these bass were just introduced to this pond. It's probably gonna be a little while before they start eating. But these are little feeding goldfish. The lady asked me if I were to feed what I was feeding them to, and I told her bass. She was like, oh yeah, that's fine. So yeah. I have 60 of them, 60. I'm gonna keep like almost all of them in the little live well, and then once a day I'll probably put like 2 scoops in the little, I got a little net right here. I'm gonna scoop a few out and put them in each day so both of the fish can eat. So yeah, I still gotta give both fish a name. I'm still deciding on that. I think they're frozen. I think the water temperature difference is like 30 degrees. It is way colder in my pond than it is in that bag. All right, so right now I'm actually reattaching this together. This is my bubbler. This produces bubbles. So instead of having like an overflow waterfall thing, I have this, which produces a ton of bubbles and creates more oxygen in the water, which I like a lot. And I basically have the hose attached into here. Problem was I had a ton of junk get caught up in here, so I had to take basically these 2 things apart and get it all out of there, because I have to basically make it to where nothing could get in here, and I didn't really do that. So I have to use this like a little cement right here and to cement these back together right now. That was awesome. Put this in here. And it should glue back together pretty well. All right, we're gonna let that settle, and I think it's almost about time to take these goldfish out of their bag.
I'll hold it for you.
It's okay. Oh, pull up, pull up. Oh my gosh, you got 3. Okay.
I got 3 for you. I got 3 for you. I got 3 for you. I got 3. Is it time to get those fish out?
All right, guys, so everything looks great. The fish are in there. I got a few, like probably like 8 or 9 fish in the pond. Hopefully the bass eat them overnight. I don't know if they will yet. But what I'm about to do is I'm gonna take this big piece of wood out. Now, I don't want you guys to think I'm trying to be cruel to the bass in here. That's all they sit on, but I don't want them to get stuck underneath that piece of wood. I saw one of them trying to like kick his way out from it this morning. Even with those rocks there, they're still finding a way to get in. And I'm gonna put a few more pieces of wood in there, or I might even put that same piece of wood down. I might just flatten it on the bottom to where they can't get stuck underneath there. But for now, I'm gonna take it out. Just because it's taking up some space in the pond, and at the same time the fish are getting stuck underneath there. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Other than that, hopefully y'all enjoyed today's video. I know I got a big catfish in the pond. It's huge. He's still sitting in there. Y'all have to name him. I've already got the 2 other bass named, and I will release that here very shortly. But I got a ton of these little goldfish. sitting down in there. A few of them in the pond. I'm gonna stop talking. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video, and I will catch you next time on the next episode of Bass Fanatic. Peace, guys.